John Lynch went on the radio, and he's good at this. Everyone's sort of whispering like, it looks like the relationship isn't so good between the 49ers and Brandon Aiyuk, and like Ayuk's not making it any better. He's just kind of pouring gasoline on that perception, and there's really nothing Kyle Shanahan can say to change people's minds. But John Lynch comes in and goes on Pat McAfee, and with that smile, goes, well, the relationship's good. Brandon's been here, had a tough injury. Everyone saw the play, blah, 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 blah. He goes, looking back at the Brandon situation, I think every situation that you go through in life, in football, in this job, it's a learning opportunity. I look at things like that, like, what could we have done differently to make this a little bit more seamless? Sometimes those things are tough. They can be contentious. There's things that I learned, like it's a learning opportunity. There's things that Brandon would have loved to do differently, but we're family. You have little spats, and then you give a big hug at the end. You work together, and that's where we're at. Brandon's doing a tremendous job coming back. These guys are incredibly skilled athletes, and he's ahead of schedule. And he wants to be part of the team, and looking forward to him being part of the team. Made a big investment. Happy to have him. Proud to have him. Love him. I mean, what else is he supposed to say? I think he pretty much nailed the assignment. But do you think that this means that they're one big happy family?
Dude, I'm telling, John Lynch is the best talker out of every GM in the NFL. There's not anyone that could like schmooze like John Lynch. Like, he's so good at it, dude. Yeah, he's like, they're like,
everything's hey, John, over here.
Hey, John, Brandon just lit the practice field on fire. I got it. So, yeah, we were practicing drills. Brandon Aiyuk was seeing how fast he could run. He was, things just got a lot.
He normally never does this. Yeah. He's usually great, just one or two times. And we all have that guy in our family who lights things on fire sometimes. We talk about it. We put it out. We use the fire extinguisher. We talk about fire safety.
Man. Dude, he's so good at like convincing you that there is just nothing wrong. Like there's no problem. No. Like he does it with everything, and it's so good. Like I feel like that's why they won't ever fire him. Like regardless of
Can you imagine Kyle Shanahan trying to deliver this message?
Oh, bro, he would be like, well, he'd do what Ben Johnson did to Luther Burden. He'd be like, well, I think we want him on the field and he's not, so we're all frustrated at it. And then everybody like,
he'd get defensive. Yeah. Well, why are you asking that? Why would you ask about our relationship? What do you mean?
You're gonna have to ask Brandon.
Sorry, we paid him. He's on the team, right? It's like, whoa, like John's like, no, that's a great question. Dude. Relationship's great. Totally understand why you would ask that, but no, it's like, yeah,
bro. John must have taken like a speech class from Obama because they both talk the same way. Like no matter how bad the news, they could just break it to you, and you're like, oh my god, that's great news.
I'm voting for you. Absolutely, made me feel so much better about life and the country and everything.
Your grandma died. And it's like, oh, did they? Oh, I
John, can you put this in perspective for me, please? I'm upset.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what to do.
Like, I'll tell you right now, if I was Aiyuk, the one person in that organization I would call is John. Like, yo, John, like and John's right there. Man, I understand your frustration, man. When I was a player, oh my gosh, with the Broncos, when they sent me to the Buccaneers, man, oh, I was so angry. With that said, you're going to Cleveland, so.
If I were Brandon Aiyuk, I mean, I'm trying to think like who his issue would be with. I don't see how it would be with Lynch.
I think we nailed it. It has to be with like, or
Brock, Kyle, or Parag. Like Parag may say wild stuff in these negotiations and I think Brandon is more sensitive than the other.
I think it has to. Like I said last week, it can't be Kyle. I don't think it can be Kyle because if I was Kyle, I'd be like, dude, I'm the reason you're here. Like it would have to be with like a Parag, like maybe just a little butthurt.
I put you in the doghouse 4 years. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Like maybe he's just like, dude, well, when we were negotiating, Parag said I was a wide receiver 2 on most teams. It's like, and then Kyle's like, well, we didn't mean it.
Yeah. Like, well, you are.
He's like, I didn't mean it. And like, Parag's like, I didn't mean it. It was a negotiation. Like, George talks about it. Like he always says like, dude, it's braces. It's going to hurt. People, we're going to say things that neither side is going to like. And then
to really hurt your ego.
Yeah. And then I think Brandon he's more, he's sensitive. He likes being coddled. They should have let John.
He likes being praised.
Yeah, they should.
Here's the thing with Brandon. Here's the thing with Brandon. A lot of wide receivers got coddled and praised at a very young age, like in college, maybe even in high school. I think Brandon missed all that. He was in junior college. Then he was at Arizona State, which is like hardly in the spotlight. Then he was a late first round pick, and when he finally broke through and became a household name, I think he was like, this is the greatest freaking thing of all time.
Yeah.
I want a TikTok and a YouTube channel, and I want to go on all the podcasts, and I want to talk for an hour, and I want to bring my friends with me. It's like, I get it, man. It's a lot. It is happening very fast, but I feel like he was a little new to it. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
And it could just be also like Kyle put him in the doghouse. Kyle obviously took special like treatment for him, regardless of doghouse or not, like because Kyle knew how good he could be. And so I think he just wanted Debo's treatment. Like, yo, I've done everything you've asked. Debo's doing the same thing for 4 years. Why am I not getting special treatment? I came in here as someone no one expected anything from. I'm one of the best blocking receivers in the league. I'm one of the best route runners in the league. I'm your best receiver. Like, why is Debo getting coddled? Coddle me a little bit. And I think, like, yeah, I think negotiations might have just hurt his feelings. I don't think they're a happy family, but it's hard for me to not believe John when he speaks. When he says, like, everything's good, I just believe him. Like, yeah, everything's good. Listen to him. John knows. Like, he's hard. He's convincing, man. If in another life, he's Andy Elliott, if you know who that is. That's who John is.
But it's like when he says the relationship's good, it's kind of like him being like, I got it under control. Don't worry. Like,
yeah.
Brandon's upset, but Brandon's a young man, and we've been through this a million times, and I was a player, and I completely understand how he feels. I have nothing but empathy for Brandon, but like, we got this. And I feel like that's his job to say that. Like, this is what he's in charge of. He's not like most general managers. He's not necessarily a personnel guru who's worked his way up through the ranks as a scout for 20 years. Like, no, he's definitely the face of the franchise and the voice of the franchise. And it's his job to say, this is fine, nothing to see here. But then there's Aiyuk. I mean, Ayuk's not saying this stuff. Aiyuk didn't have a press conference. I didn't go on one of his 10 social media platforms and be like, look, I just want to clear things up. Okay, because I've been very cryptic recently, and I want to clear things up. The relationship is good, and I'm having a great time on the 49ers, and I am proud to be a 40. It's like, he didn't do that. Lynch did that. So, I mean, Ayuk's the one having to, like, have these heart-to-hearts with T.O. and Patrick Willis and Frank Gore. It seems like they're still working on this relationship thing.
Yeah, I think, and I think that's what kind of T.O. is trying to say, like, bro, it can get so much worse. Like, just chill. Just do your job.
There's a lot worse franchises out there, man. Like, he's like, I played for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I played for some bad teams.
Bengals. He played for the Bengals.
Yeah.
My guess is T.O. is just like, listen, dude, I made the mistake. I got lucky, got to go to Philly, and then they shipped me off to Narnia. Like, you know, like, I think he's just like, if you think about his age and this injury, this is where he's going to be for the rest of his career, like, dominant portion of his career. Like, this is where he's going to be. Obviously we can trade him, but without that, like, this is where you're at. So either be happy or request out, because when this contract's over, it's not like anyone's going to give you big cash. So if you want to be premier big cash player, you need a request to trade. So if you're upset with the Niners, you got to go, because you're turning 28 this year. Like, you ain't no spring chicken, you know.
Here's the part that I feel like is the stuff that made me raise my eyebrows the most of what Lynch said, and then we'll move on to something else. We're proud of Brandon, and we're looking forward to him being part of this team moving forward. We made a big investment in him. That's a fact. We're proud to have him part of our franchise. Okay, you've said that twice now. Whenever you say something twice, I'm like, why'd you say? You know what I mean? It's like,
maybe he's just trying to convince.
Who are you trying to convince? Okay, that's twice. And he goes, and looking for big things from him. Okay, we're going to let him get right before we get him back on that field. Sure. But then he stops himself. He goes, he's an important part of this team. Why was big the wrong word? Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but
maybe he was going to say big part of this team.
Important part of the team, like, but he's not really a big part of the team because he's not going to play that much.
That's what I'm saying, is maybe he's trying to convince Brandon. Like, he's like, listen, we're so proud of you, Brandon. We're so proud of you. you're a big no. That's not the word Brandon would want to hear. You're an important.
Why would you have to say that you're proud of him? Obviously, you gave him $30 million a year. You drafted him. He's a football player on your team. Like, it goes without saying that you're proud of him.
Because he's unhappy. Like, because here's the thing, right? This is why I think the relationship's probably not bad, is because he was there. He has all the reason in the world to not be with the receiver group, with the team. Like, dude, I'm recovering, man. My knee hurts. Like, I'm still recovering. But no, he's there. He's running drills off the side, you know? Like, your relationship's got to be at least half decent for you to be willing to be there.